is Light, episode number 7. I'm your host Carlos, and after a long hiatus we're back. And we're back with one of my favorite recipes from the Cellier. And no, it's not the cheddar cheese soup, it's the roasted mushroom risotto that you can find on the menu served with the filet mignon. So let's get started with the ingredients. For this recipe you'll need a pound of mushrooms, 4 tablespoons of olive oil, a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic, 4 tablespoons of whole butter, a small onion, a pound of arborio rice, 7 cups of beef broth, 2 cups of heavy cream, 1½ cups of grated Parmesan cheese, and lastly salt and pepper to taste. First thing we're going to do is we're going to roast the mushrooms. So we're going to start by slicing them thickly, coating them in the olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic, tossing it, putting it on a baking tray, and we're going to bake it at about 375 degrees for approximately 20 minutes. So we'll get that going right now. Mushrooms, add in the garlic, add in the olive oil, just enough to coat it, then we'll salt and pepper to taste. And just give it a little toss, just to coat everything. And now what we'll do is we'll place it on a baking tray and put it in the oven at 375 for about 20 minutes. Next we'll chop the onion and dice it finely. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to saute the onions in the butter and salt and pepper. And we're going to do the onions just until they're translucent. Then we're going to add the rice into the pan and let it absorb all the flavors of the onion and the butter. And once the rice becomes a little bit translucent, and you'll see what that looks like, we'll start adding the beef broth 1 ladle at a time. And you want to add a ladle, make sure it's almost all absorbed, and then add another ladle until all the beef broth is gone and that the rice is cooked just to taste, so that's just have a little bit of tooth in it. Let's start by adding 2 tablespoons of the butter. And with the heat at medium-low, we'll add the onions. And again, some salt and pepper. And now just saute the onions until they're translucent. Now that the onions are translucent, we're going to add the rice. And just coat it with the onion and butter mixture. In the meantime, we'll raise the heat to medium. Just gently stir this for about 3 minutes, or until you'll see the rice becomes opaque with just a little white dot in the center. Now we can start adding the beef broth. No more than 1 or 2 ladles at a time. At this point now we want to be constantly stirring. Once the first couple of ladles are absorbed, then we'll just slowly start adding 1 ladle at a time. Again, waiting until it's completely absorbed before adding any more liquid. It's been about 20 minutes for the mushrooms, so we'll get them out of the oven and we'll just let them sit while we finish the risotto. All the beef broth has been incorporated. The risotto is just almost ready. Next we're going to gently fold in the roasted mushrooms and we're going to start adding the cream about a half cup at a time. Lastly, we're going to fold in the butter and add the Parmesan cheese. And there you have it, roasted mushroom risotto from the Cellier. Make sure to email us at info@culinarydislight.com and leave us your feedback and suggestions for future shows. And you can also visit our website at www.culinarydislight.com, and there you'll get the recipe and some of the other shows that we've had in the past. So remember, if we can do it, so can you. Bon appetit!